Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi everyone. I am Azizan Zainuddin from Universiti Teknologi Mara. We'll present our study titled Financial Literacy and Financial Well-Being, the Experiences of Women in Public Services. So this is the content of our presentation. We will touch on the introduction. We will touch also on the literature review, the research methodology, findings and discussion, and also recommendations and conclusion. The bankruptcy rate among government employees has been rising from 2013 to 2016, and it is noted that the number of bankruptcy cases among women increased from 2015 to 2016 with 5,670 and 6,224 cases respectively. So this is actually contrary to the widely held belief that people working for the government have more stable incomes than those in the private sector. So a study conducted by OECD International Network of Financial Education, AKPK, and also the Malaysian Financial Planning Council, the financial literacy level among Malaysians from 2015 to 2018 has not yet attained a level deemed satisfactory. The absence of sufficient financial literacy is expected to have repercussions on the economic development of Malaysia. So based on the situation, our aims of study was to explore the understanding towards the meaning of financial literacy among working women in public services. So this is the literature review. So this study, we look into two main important concepts. First is the financial literacy itself. Financial literacy is an individual's capacity to comprehend and effectively utilize financial knowledge and information. While the second concept is the financial well-being, is as an individual's subjective assessment of their current financial circumstances, their ability to withstand unforeseen financial disruption, their confidence in achieving their financial objective, and their freedom to make financial decisions. With regards to the past study, there were various of scholars identified that there is a relationship in between financial literacy and also the financial well-being. However, based on the massive literature on the financial literacy and financial well-being, there's a gap of study that had been identified where most of the studies have using a quantitative findings in explaining the relationship in between financial literacy and financial well-being. Many studies on financial literacy have been conducted, but none of them have examined the situation among women working in the public sector using a qualitative approach and rarely could interpret how individuals experience it and find meaning of financial literacy in their social reality. So this is the research methodology that been used in this study. The research design, this study employed a qualitative approach. The sampling technique used for this study is judgmental sampling and also snowball sampling techniques. The data collection of primary data involved the in-depth interview with 5 working women in the public sector of Putrajaya. Each of the participants working in 4 different ministries, namely Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development, Ministry of Human Resource, Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living, and Ministry of Higher Education. The data were analyzed using thematic analysis, and transcriptions gathered through interviews with participants were coded after thorough reading and grouped the codes into teams. 6 teams were formulated using the 5 interview transcripts. Saturation was achieved after the 4 interviews. As for the results and discussion, so this study has explored 6 themes that could relate with the women understanding towards the meaning of financial literacy. The first theme is the financial independence. The finding shows that most of the women having enough cash to pay their daily necessities without relying on others. It shows that women who have ability to manage their finances independently will have freedom in their financial decision. The second themes that we identify from the study is about the knowledge about financial product. So this study found that most of the women they have a basic understanding of the financial product, but only those that have been offered by the popular banking institutions. This finding corresponds with the findings from previous scholars that discovered a relationship between financial literacy and women's exposure to financial education effort. The third themes from the study is about the high-risk investment commitment. When the study asked about investing in a financial product, most of the women corresponded that they have lack of confidence with certain institutions that offered the product due to its relation to the unexpected economic conditions, and try as much as possible not to commit with such investment. The women levels of confidence influencing their selection of trusted financial products and investment decision. This could be related to the individual's self-efficacy, which with adequate degree of financial self-efficacy, they have the capacity to handle their financial affairs. Next themes is the free from financial commitment. Most of the women who have spouse tend to leave all the financial commitment to their spouse and try to avoid a financial commitment in their life. This situation reflects the attributed to the women's absence of financial skills and confidence towards their financial abilities. Previous research shown that family, relationship, social network, and peers really play a vital part in financial knowledge development. Next themes is the financial goals. Most of the women agreed that the importance of having subsequent goals for emergencies, retirement, and saving as part of their understanding of financial literacy. It has been proven that the higher levels of financial self-efficacy can alleviate consumers' financial constraint. The last theme is ability to seek information and save money. So most of the women agreed that it is not difficult for them to obtain money management information. However, the constraint is how to act based on the information. This is because they are less interested in participating in the programs that are available to them. Overall, this finding shows that women have a basic understanding about financial literacy, but have constraints to practice it intensively. This is seen to be related to a very low attitude and interest towards the financial management. So based on the study, women are seen to prefer to avoid getting involved in financial management, which is perceived to be complex. Furthermore, they are perceived as hesitant to face financial risk and to make financial decisions. However, because the participants in this qualitative approach are small, the findings of this study do not apply to all women working in the public sector. As a result, the inclusion of a large number of participants in this study is expected to result in a new perspective on women's financial literacy. So for the conclusion for this study provides valuable insights, particularly for government entities, into the importance of strengthening financial education initiatives, particularly those aimed at women. It is anticipated that by doing so, the current disparities in gender in Malaysia will be reduced. Even practices implemented by countries with high financial literacy rates, such as Australia, Canada, Finland, Germany, Israel, the Netherlands, Sweden, and the United Kingdom, can be used as a model to empower Malaysian society, especially women. This study also points out the critical role of the stakeholders, including the government, in raising awareness and promoting financial literacy campaigns among women. At this point, the strategies employed have proven being less effective. As an outcome, the government needs to strengthen its approaches in order to promote financial literacy among all people. Malaysia faces a significant challenge in ensuring that its citizens have adequate financial management knowledge. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you very much.